at the same time, you could be like, oh my God, I missed my flight. I'm not there in New York, like when I'm supposed to be. You could look at that side either, but
you can look at anything anyway, right? So you might as well stay positive.
You chose to look at the brighter side and be happy.
Yeah. Because you know what? I tell you one thing, it doesn't make any sense to be upset all the time.
Yep.
So you can always look at things positively if you try.
If not, then you are just hurting yourself, nothing much.
Right. That's what I think. Like my son passed away in 2014.
Okay.
It was unexpected.
I see. Sorry.
And we were, and still are, very, very, you know, we miss him, you know?
Yeah.
But some people would kill themselves. Some people would start drinking alcohol. Some people would start using drugs. And you have a choice. You know, what you focus on determines your happiness. What you focus on will determine, you know, how successful you're able to get through anything in life. So your ability to look at any situation, including something as devastating as losing a loved one, you can, you know, I choose to look at it like, first of all, I'm grateful that I was able to spend 5 years with my son.
Okay.
And the time that he was here, I was able to love him. You know, I look at some people that are not even able to have kids, and here I've had more than one kid, so I'm lucky, right?
Yep.
Everything is all how you look at it.
Yep.
You know, because what you tell your brain, after a while, that's how you look at the world.
Yep.
Right? So you might as well not be negative.
Yep.
And there's times where, you know, I don't know if you've ever lost someone special, right?
Yep.
You know, but sometimes I feel like I can still feel my son in my heart.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I don't necessarily believe that when you die, you are gone forever. And that's a very abstract way of thinking, but do you understand? You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. That's the difference, like, between other animals, I would say, and human beings. Like, even though, like our mind, our memory, our attachment with our loved ones.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you can. It's not easy. It's not easy, you know, because, you know, when you have attachments with loved ones, you love them and you miss them, and that their absence hurts.
Yep.
But you know, I also know that I'm a father to 3 other boys, and I have a wife, and we all have to stick together.
Yep.
And you know, a lot of people, when they lose a son or a daughter, they get divorced.
Right.
You know, and some, you know, start abusing drugs and alcohol and everything, and it's all about mindset. It's about saying, you know, we're going to get through this. And so I always talk about my son all the time. Anybody that wants to hear my story, I talk about my son. His name is Julian.
Okay.
Because I really feel like his death has really changed me.
Okay.
You know? This is my buddy Jules. And so I hope that...
Was it an accident or what? He was ill?
He had a autoimmune disease.
Okay.
So he started limping, and we couldn't figure out why he was limping. Oh. And juvenile myositis is an autoimmune disease that kind of breaks down your muscles and healthy cells and all that. And he was autistic, so he couldn't really explain to us what was going on.
Okay.
But we knew that he was in some sort of discomfort because he would limp, and then it would go away, and you know, he wouldn't be limping anymore. But then it would come back, and then it would go away, and it would come back, and we couldn't. None of the doctors knew what it was.
Oh wow!
And so finally, Children's Hospital in D.C., they were able to figure out what it was, and they properly diagnosed him, and they put him on the medicine. But you know, the medicine that was supposed to help make him better, it ended up making him weaker, and especially his heart. And
Wow.
the condition had been weakening his heart, and we didn't really know about that. So when he started on the medication, he had a heart attack one Saturday morning while he was watching TV, eating Cheerios, just
Normal day.
normal morning,
Okay.
and he passed away. So, you know.
And did the hospital take the responsibility because it was like
No.
the drug that?
No. In fact, we had a lawyer look into it.
Okay.
And the lawyers got back to us like 6 months later. They did a whole investigation, and they realized that there was no wrongdoing by the hospital and by the doctor. So,
Okay.
you know, there's some things in life where you don't get the answers that you want.
Right.
And there's some things you just can't fix. There's some things that you can't change.
Right.
And so you have to focus on the things that you do have control over. And the rest of it, you have to let it go, or else you'll be miserable forever, you know? That's another one of those things where you just got to decide. You've got to decide to be happy.
Right.
So rather than be angry,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we simply we choose to celebrate his life. We
Okay.
choose to remember the good times.
Right.
You know, we choose to
In a sense, like wherever he is now, he has a better life. In that sense,
yeah.
like
I mean,
he was suffering, he was having a struggle with his life. So now you're trying to say that he is relieved from that.
yeah,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, how selfish is it for me
Right.
to want to keep him
Right.
in his body,
Yeah.
which was, you know, different
Just supporting
and
by a life vest. Like,
yeah, you know, and painful and all that. You
he's
know,
there, but like he's like really not there.
you know, again, it really all boils down to what you believe.
Right.
And every one of us believes something different, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Right? Because whatever gets you through life is difficult. Whatever
Yeah.
gets you through life,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine, you know. So, but for me, I just choose to believe that that there's more after we pass away,
Yeah.
and it's just something inside of me that I feel.
Right.
Can I prove it? I don't know that I can prove it, but that's just what I believe.
And you have been following that, and you have been happy so far. So
Yeah.
seems like it's working, right?
Right. What's the other option?
Right.
You know, you follow something that somebody else believes, or you stay unhappy,
Right.
or you believe something that doesn't serve you, and that keeps you miserable,
Yeah.
right? So,
So like by religion, what religion do you follow? Or
the religion that I follow is called me. It's
Okay.
called John ONeal.
Right.
That's my name. I follow my heart,
Okay.
and I think that each and every one of us we don't have to follow some other religion.
No.
You can feel God. You can feel whatever you call it, universe, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, whatever it is that you feel inside your heart,
Yeah.
follow that.
Yep.
Because that speaks to you, and that guides you, and that gives you comfort. And all of us, it doesn't matter what I'm doing or what anybody else is doing. You got to listen to what you feel inside,
Right.
right? And you got to listen to what you know, your thoughts, and what you just what you got to pay attention to the thoughts that enter your head,
Yeah.
because sometimes they're there to guide you and comfort you and lead you and show you the right way.
Yep.
And so I choose to just believe in that voice that's inside of me. It doesn't have a name,
Right.
because it doesn't need a name. It's, there's so many different names for God,
Right.
right?
Just do good, be good.
Yeah.
Everything will be good.
That's it, man.
Automatically, you don't have to worry about it much.
So this is the hotel, huh?
Yes, it is.
All right. So what is your religion?
I was brought up in a Hindu family.
Hindu.
I'm not Hindu. I was brought up in a Hindu family.
Hindu is
Krishna.
is Krishna, yeah.
But not necessarily I follow like each and every part of Hindu family. I'm more like open to any religion.
You got to follow your heart,
Yeah.
because what's in your heart, you'll always be hearing that until the day you die.
Yeah.
So you might as well listen to that voice. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. You're a very interesting dude. One day you're going to be flying all over the world. All right. I'll see you.
I'm well on my way to my dreams coming true, and I'm getting to do it with you.